This is an emergency transmission. Citizens of the world, please, make no mistake. The zombie apocalypse is near. Will you cower and hide, or join us and fight? We are Dezombified. So stay on point and watch your six.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Deadly nightshade and grotesque smiles. Our circle of horror honeys will make you bow. With every show and post, our fan base will grow. Come one, come all, and join the show. And with everyone's dissolution, we will cut the crown. We shall waltz around with me and Mina singing a song. And don't forget the ghost in the corner, Bansheba. And sitting at the table of terror, we got Dim Saturday and Mary P. sitting around. Now don't be mistaken on who has the crown. Come one, come all to the show of ages. Their time is now. With every word a chill runs down, scarier than a shed full of tools, with people being fools, as if the moon was red and a vampiric masquerade was full of dread. The Horror Honeyz are not to fret. They can bring a showstopper full of wonder, like a pirate's plunder. Every word captivating. It gotta make you ponder why it fills you with such fright. With all of the Horror Honeyz waltzing through the night.
That reminds me of a TikTok that I saw talking about sirens. She's like, I'm not gonna let no bird lady call me in.
A little bit loud.
I can't hear. Ow.
Okay.
She's like, we have pizza. That's our siren call. We have pizza.
Yes.
We have
Come
pizza.
outside. We have cookies.
Bacon. Bacon. Yes. The most
bacon.
powerful spell no one can resist. I love bacon. I would marry bacon. I'd marry bacon. So we've got an interesting show today because, yeah, we've got a very special event coming up, and we're all itching for spring to get here already because we're sick and tired of freaking snow.
Yes.
Very much so. But before we do that, we should probably, well, we already know each other, but, you know, it's just tradition for us because I have to say delectable, delicious, deviant, daring Dane Saturday is with us today.
Hello. Death is always here. I'm always the death of the party.
Oh.
And with me, I have Mina, the undead ballerina waltzing onto the stage.
And thank you, Dane. We also have the honey of 1,000 creepypastas, Banshiba.
I like that nickname. I like it. I like it. I like it a
Well,
lot.
you know, I'm likening you to Lon Chaney. Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces.
Oh, yes. If you
That's
don't
awesome.
know who he is, you need to get educated.
If you don't
Come
know who
on.
he is, look him up and learn a little history of the horror movies.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it is, actually, because Universal.
Yes.
That's all I can think of. Universal.
Yes, Universal Studios in all its glory way back when, and they were far more dangerous and daring back then in the 1920s, 1930s era, and even the 1910s. Because even if you don't like that sort of thing, you have to like the aesthetic because of the black and white film, and that takes some talent to pull that off.
Well, I mean, there were
does.
other things going on then too. I mean, yeah, originally the Frankenstein monster was offered to Bela Lugosi, who turned it down because he didn't want a role that he wasn't actually speaking. The thing is, when he did Dracula, he couldn't even speak or read English.
Oh, wow.
No.
So they had to teach him his lines phonetically, and he had to memorize them.
Wow.
Does that say something about his talent?
Yeah,
that says something.
And there's a creepy clown girl.
Hi. Notorious CCG. Welcome.
Who I called... And we're going to...
Olmec. St. Bridget. Did you know actually given to
already?
Given
back in the
We broke it.
because we're that awesome.
Yes. I love it. Yeah, not you. No, you.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
Oh, good gracious. That's not good.
I don't know.
What is my computer doing?
Is there a solar blast going on or something we don't know about?
I don't know.
Kind of ironic that's happening during this time of the year, especially we're talking about things thawing. So.
Yeah, especially, we're talking about, getting going and everything, and other cultures and the things that they do, and the different names for I just heard myself. Okay.
Wait. Oh shit, hang on. That's
okay,
me.
We're back.
Yay! We have returned.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking of thawing, we had to thaw out some Wi-Fi trouble, so here we are.
Okay, all cultures have let's see if I can say this again.
Uh-oh.
All cultures have had their own belief systems based on their faith. We've touched on these in the past, and today we're going to touch on some more because we're getting a little antsy for spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Touch it. Yeah. You
Yeah.
touch it. Touch it.
You want to pet that groundhog.
Mhm. I can't even say that groundhog's name. What is his name again? Ponce. I can't even say it.
Ponce Conti Phil, I think.
I don't know.
That sounded dirty. Oh.
Well, yes, it does.
It's like Pensacola.
Not Pensacola. Pensacola Pete.
Ponchachula.
Ponce
Ponchachula.
Conti.
I mean, what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Clown girl. No, it's not your Wi-Fi. It was the stream messing up, but we're back.
Mhm.
Or to be petty, how about we call that groundhog PP? Because that's
sure-
just its initials anyway.
I'm sure Maskino would like that. Sorry, Maskino, you started it.
Mosquito.
Yeah, that obnoxious groundhog.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, originally belonged to the snake.
Mm-hmm.
It makes more sense.
It does make sense, but I think the snake's more likely to go to sleep right there in the air than go back into its hole.
Mm.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it. If it's nice and warm and inviting for the snake, I'm certain that it would like to emerge from the ground. So, what does that say? And also, scientifically speaking, snakes smell with their tongue,
Mm-hmm.
and they're very
So-
sensitive. So
Mhm.
when they, detect any cold air with their tongue, then they know it's not a good idea to come out.
Right.
I would think that have more to do with my belly's rumbling. I haven't eaten in a long time, and I taste mice in the air. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, as scary as
No.
snakes can be, at least they take care of the rodents for us. So come on,
Yes, it is. Hey, not
give
all
them some credit.
bad. Not all
Oh, I
bad.
definitely do.
Yeah, they're scaly little babies. They're misunderstood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not as much as bats, but kind of. I mean,
they're all cute. Creepy Carl, cute.
Yes.
all right. So, if you haven't, remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell until it bleeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you teach that bell lesson.
Yeah.
And
Touch it. Touch
do I have
it.
live chat on? Yeah, I have live chat on.
You know you like it, Stinger.
I think we have lurkers because I'm showing more than I'm seeing talk.
Mhm.
I think we have lurkers. And since we're talking about this,
Indeed. I
Oh,
love
indeed.
liquors.
Lots
I
of
love
yay.
liquors. Mhm.
the Celtic gods and goddesses
Mhm.
and celebrations.
Also, don't forget the bears.
The bears.
EO. Hey,
Yes.
EO.
There's evil
Yeah.
outcast.
Is it
I
Venezuela?
know.
By the way, evil outcast is a maniac on TikTok, guys.
Yes, he is. I love it. I love it. I
Oh, he's
love
savage.
seeing the Z Horde coming over on TikTok. I just love it. I love it.
Yes.
Can't get enough of it.
Yes, let them invade TikTok. Come on.
Hmm. So much fun.
So our question of the day is, what is your favorite Celtic god or goddess?
Mm.
Mhm.
I know who mine is. Because I cosplay her. It's just in a different form, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was one of the things with the ancient gods and goddesses. If you look at the pantheons, a lot of them have no, you're not allowed to hide in the corner, evil.
No, you're not.
A lot of them had different forms.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know goddesses and gods that really had a lot of different forms. Look at the Hindu gods.
Oh, they are the most interesting.
Oh, yes. They
Yes,
are. God, You know, that's wow. Yeah.
I
They
can't
have loads more personality than the other ones, I have to say.
tell you. Literally.
That's like a sci-fi thing going on right there. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's epic. That's some epic stuff going on there. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, yes, we have Evil Outcast. We have CCG. Well, EO, that has nothing to do with it.
Oh, stop body shaming yourself.
No.
No.
Yes.
There's some people who do like the jiggly, so hush.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my God! Speaking of Jiggly, that used to be like one of my nicknames, Jiggly. I was known as Jiggly. Yeah, and it came off of that. If anyone follows Ill Will Press with Foamy the Squirrel,
Yes.
if you look up the Jiggly Butt, yeah, that's mine. I claim that. I mean, I don't claim it, but that's mine.
So it had nothing to do with the jiggly.
Jiggly.
Yes.
Well, no, but I got in trouble because we were gaming that day and we were doing a raid, and I went to go reach something, and apparently my boobs hit the keyboard, and it just came, and it sent it. And they're like, "What the hell was that?" I was just like, "Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm typing with my boobs again. I didn't mean to. It just kind of happens."
You know, there's some people who pay good money to see that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, there's
Well,
that one Foamy where he's talking about that she's got large amounts of extra flesh.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
you could say by today's term, thick, with two C's on there.
Yeah.
boobage.
Hi, amateur animator.
Hello.
Hi.
You have
Speaking of that person, I actually provided the voice acting for that one.
Yeah, he's got a lot of us voice acting. He's got Josie and Cece and Philia and you and wow.
Yeah.
This is
That's
gonna
awesome.
be fun.
Oh man.
I cannot wait to see the finished product. Please buzz us on Twitter when that happens, okay?
And I know that he just had one go live yesterday. I think yeah, that was yesterday.
Anyway, enough of that. Should we talk about the festivals of February?
Yes, let's do.
Yeah, let's jump into the Horror Honeyz time machine, shall we?
I'll tell you what, that
All right. In the Northern Hemisphere.
Wow.
I love the
The
sound bites. I
Northern.
love them.
Okay, here we go. In the Northern Hemisphere, this festival comes while winter's grip is still upon the land. Today we call it Candlemas in bulk or by other names. Once this part of the year was called the Wolf Month or the Dead Month. For many of our ancestors, snow covered the sleeping earth. The nights were still long, and the gaiety of the solstice holidays had long since faded. Food supplies were beginning to look scanty and moldy, and the promise of spring seemed far away. And yet, they celebrated! In the cold darkness, they found reason for hope. A gust of wind less chill, a few minutes more of gray daylight, a solitary crocus pushing through the snow. They create a holiday, a festival, a feast, and under many different names. It is
Nom,
with
nom.
us today.
Nom nom.
Mhm.
Nom
Num
nom.
num num num
Nom, nom,
num
nom.
num
Nom nom nom.
Mhm.
num num num
No,
num
no,
num.
no.
Why did that come into my head too? I thought that at the same time you did.
Oh no.
Who doesn't like a feast day? Come on.
No, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
No. This festival has been called Imbolc, Ormlik, the feast day of St. Bridget, Candlemas, La Field, Breed, and names unspoken in the midst of prehistory but lost today. There's an overlapping complex of holy days in Europe, clustered around the 1st to the 3rd of February, and several other related festivals later in the month. We'll explore several of these special events, beginning with the days when humanity's hold on survival seemed very bad at best. Okay,
Nice.
let's get to the Ice Ages, shall we?
That's too cold for me. I don't want to go there.
I don't do good with cold.
Yeah.
What? Ow! My cat just bit me.
Uh-oh.
Fish, what? No! She's like, Mom, TikTok. No, it's not your time.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go. It says, if winter is an inconvenience for some people now, it was a serious challenge to our medieval ancestors and to our still more distant ancestors. It was a gamble with death every single year. Imagine the Paleolithic era, the Old Stone Age. Imagine it not from our perspective as a dim prequel to civilization with its abundant food, central heating, and vast transportation networks. Imagine being there, and there is, all there is. Winter on the vast steppes of Asia, where 1,000 miles in many directions, there is nothing to break the force of the frigid wind. Gray skies, glaciers far to the north, grass brown, and there where the endless wind has stripped away the snow. There are 17 in your clan. Since your grandmother died, she was 41, an ancient crone, and could no longer keep up with the migration. Now the clan follows the tracks of a herd of musk oxen, hoping for food. That night you camp in the lee of a low mound, and the people chew on the last dried strips of mammoth meat from a kill made weeks ago. The hunters ranging ahead have not caught sight of the musk oxen, and the tracks may be erased by morning. The wind howls like the spirits of the lonely dead, and there is a current of fear and hopelessness among the living. More than one clansman expects to join his ancestors soon. The shaman stands. She's a little young for her position, but was the closest to an apprentice old Nev had before he died last fall of the coughing sickness. She speaks. The moon has passed through her cycle once more, and since we marked the longest night, you all know this, but the nights still seem long and food is scarce. You wonder if the winter will ever end, if warmth will ever return to the land. Now I say this, I measure the lengths of the nights, as Nev taught me, and they are shorter. The daylight grows. This is the message of the Great Mother. Her promise that spring will come. She sends another message. I have dreamed it. Within 2 days, we shall find the herd, and as much meat as we can carry. So pass around what is left of the mammoth meat. Eat what you wish, for more is coming. Trust the mother. She speaks with authority for one of 14 summers, the people believe. And soon the last of the food is shared out amongst the clan, and they dance around the hot, leaping flames of the bonfire they have built.
Yeah.
That was what it was like back then, and it was a lot more special.
And
yes, it's a survival thing. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the other thing is you have to also remember, people didn't live that long. You know, it said there that Grandma died at 41. Well, yeah, Grandma died at 41.
Yes. Life was a lot harsher back then, so therefore, this kind of marking of the end of winter was very important to them. It meant that they're going to survive, and things are going to be a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to keep in mind, and maybe we can bring back that spirit of survival. Because we certainly do need that, especially in this day and age.
People that have popped in. I'm sorry. Dustin just popped in. Hi, Dustin. How are you?
Hello.
Yay.
We got ominous audio. He is lurking in the depths eating potato chips. Hey, where's my bag?
Wait a minute. Are those,
Nice crunchies.
are those my
crunchy.
potato chips?
Nom, nom,
Mm-hmm.
nom, 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 nom. Mhm.
Ominous, have you been in my potato chips again?
What kind of potato chips are there? That's what I want to know.
Sour cream sour
And
cream
also,
what just
when you
happened?
think of winter, you think of the bears.
Yes, Mama Bear is still sleeping.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We're going to cover that part of how the bear is sacred and how it's not mere just a cuddly teddy bear figure. And of course, Patches would actually appreciate this part.
Yes.
Speaking
Yes.
of patches, Mary's not doing too good today, so she will be back as soon as she can.
Yes.
And that's all we're going to.
All right.
Good vibes to her. Good vibes to her. She needs to get well soon.
Yes, she does, because we miss her.
Yes, we do. So, Mary, if you're listening, this part is for you. We're going to talk about the bear goddess of the Neolithic Europe.
Yeah.
Ominous. I bet you were.
It says, one of the oldest forms of the goddess is that of the bear, and one of the earliest recorded holy days of February honors her in that form, perhaps because the awakening of hibernating animals is one sure sign of spring's approach. According to Gimbatas, a scholar of old European deities, the concept of the goddess in bear shape was deeply ingrained in mythical thought throughout the millennia and survives in contemporary Crete as Virgin Mary of the Bear. In the cave of Octiri near ancient Caledonia, a festival in honor of Pangaea, Mary, Arcodiotessa, she of the bear, is celebrated on the second day of February. The bear was apparently a central figure in the Paleolithic religions of old Europe and Asia. The hundreds of bear-headed clay figurines found at archaeological sites in Eastern Europe seem to represent the primordial mother goddess. Some are seated on thrones and decorated with lunar crescents. Female bears are known for their fierce devotion to their young, and so the bear was a symbol of motherhood. As the bear protects her cubs, so the bear goddess protects the tribes by bringing up spring with her emergence from winter's sleep. Bears are also connected with water. Bear-shaped vases of early European cultures, covered with zigzags, chevrons, and citrated diamonds, all patterns symbolic of flowing water. The themes of water and fire appear again and again in connection with end-of-winter celebrations. Fire for warmth against the cold, water thawing from ice, and snow as spring returns.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's,
That was for you, Mary.
It is kind of a magnum. It is kind of amazing when you see the links to the world around them that they brought into the festivals.
Here's some more. We're going to go to ancient Greek times now. They have their interesting ways of doing things.
Ooh.
And they had a different take on a lot of things because of where they were.
I just want a Greek gyro now. Oh my god, now I'm hungry. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. My
Let's
bad.
go Greek, shall we?
Yeah, let's go Greek.
Okay.
We'll
Let
do
us
Dutch.
All
Dutch
right.
with Greek.
Let us move ahead thousands of years to another spring festival in which the goddess had divided into more human mother and her returning daughter. In ancient Greece, the lesser Eleusinian mysteries were celebrated at the end of January and the beginning of February. This festival celebrated the return of Persephone from the underworld to her mother Demeter. Demeter, as you may recall, was a mother goddess who brought life to the world and made the crops grow and bees give honey. When her daughter Persephone was stolen away, or looped, in some versions of the story, to the land of the dead with the god Hades, Demeter mourned. Life slipped from the land, and the first winter came. A compromise arranged by the gods allowed Persephone to reign as queen of the underworld for half of each year, and return to the world of the living for half. When she returns, bringing the spring, the goddess Hecate and the spirits of the dead chosen for rebirth accompany her. The Greeks held a great celebration to mark the occasion. First, there was a torchlight procession, in which the participants combed the land and even waded into the sea, recreating the search for Demeter's lost daughter. When word came that Persephone was found, the assemblage cheered and held a great feast to celebrate.
You know, there was really only one person that actually helped Demeter with that search. Hestia.
Oh, yes.
And it's said in some of the myths that Hestia goes with Persephone down into Hades for her time down there to be her handmaid.
Yes.
Dun-dun-dun. Hey, Master Angler.
Yes.
Hello.
Ooh, we also have Dazed. Dazed just came
Yes.
in. Hey, Dazed.
Don't know. And remember, guys, to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Join the Z Horde.
Oh, God, that's me. I have to do that. Oh, there we go. Number 13. Thank you.
There's Joker's demise.
Hello.
Joker!
Hello, our resident clown. How are you doing?
It's Mr. J. Hi, Mr. J.
You know, you came just in time for the Feast of Lupercal, and that's where things get pretty wild. Want to cover that?
Ooh,
Yes.
feasting, yes.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about those crazy Romans, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, do we have to? I mean,
Oh, yes. We must. They knew how to have fun.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that doesn't work right.
The Romans regarded February as a time of cleansing and purification, the month of ritual purification. However, fertility and love were also popular themes. Several festivals were celebrated, but their biggest event was Lupercalia on February the 15th. This holiday was named for the Lupercal, the grotto where the infants, Romulus and Remus, came ashore after floating down the Tiber River in a basket. There, they were suckled and raised by a wolf, and later grew up to found the city and nation of Rome. Why was the sacred bear of ancient Europe largely replaced by the wolf in classical Rome? Says Idan McCoy believes that Lupercalia celebrated the beginning of the wolves' mating season. Wolves mate for life, and their union was seen not only as a sign of spring, but the eternal union of the goddess and her sun god. Oh yes, howling approval right there. Come on, how metal is that right there? It's like, dude, I was raised by a she-wolf.
Hello, MAI.
Yes.
Yay!
You can hear Joker every time he types something.
I hear it. I can hear exactly how he says it. Just exactly to a T.
We're going from bears to wolves, and now goats.
Well, actually, we went from bears to spring to wolves.
Also, we brought up the groundhog and the snake too, so interesting animals we're going here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next, like after the wolves, we're going for the goats here.
You forgot the groundhog. We gotta mention the groundhog because, you know.
Oh, groundhog is overrated.
Yeah.
Says in part, the festival of Lupercalia honored Faunus, also called Lupercus, a goat-footed god of nature, flocks, crops and gardens, music, animals, and much more. Goats were sacrificed to him, and then his priests took the streets wearing goatskin loincloths. They were known as Lupercree, or the priests, not their loincloths. Each carried goatskin thongs, and their role was to hit everyone they saw. Presumably, this token, scourging, was a symbol of ritual purification.
Wait a minute.
Early S&M right there, aren't we?
Yeah.
my mind went other way. I see. I'm seeing Kenny in a loincloth. I bet you Mysterio was just like, oh yeah. Come here,
if you're
boy.
married. Oh, if you're a married woman, you get hit the most.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, Midsommar wasn't just a movie, guys, but it didn't happen that way.
No, like a married woman, like we're hit by these priests and say, you get multiplying right now.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you weren't talking to me. Okay. Well, too late. Sorry.
Okay, EO's gonna be recording today. EO's gonna be recording. I mean,
Mm.
Oh, I don't believe this part right here. It says married women received a bonus effect. However, the thong supposedly encouraged fertility. Technically, the lubricant was supposed to strike them gently across the palms, but apparently some women were so serious about the fertility issue that they stripped naked to encourage the lubricant to go further.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh,
yeah.
isn't that just nice?
You guys don't know right now, but I'm naked. I'm naked right now. No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
No, I'm totally naked right now because I don't wear pants. I don't do any broad. Oh God, I know. Ah, hey, it's so bad. No, jiggle, jiggle. Okay, sorry.
Oh, this gets more interesting. They have their own version of speed dating too. Says the younger people celebrated by putting the names of willing girls into a jar. The boys would draw names and discover who were to be their partners for the festivities. This custom spread and still popular in England and Scotland hundreds of years later.
Oh my God, thank you, Kitty. And I love the where they're going willing girls. It wasn't such a thing as willing girls. It's when their parents said, "Hey, you're going to do this."
Yeah, they just put them in as the lottery.
You know,
Yeah, it was pretty much doing that.
the girl didn't have to say in it. It was her parents. They're like, "Yeah, you're ready to get. I'm ready to get you out of the house. You're getting in there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm putting your name in there. We're going to hook you up.
You're already 13. You're going to be an old maid by next fall."
Oh my God, yeah, right? No kidding. Jeez.
Oh my gosh! Hi, Duchess Dark.
Duchess Dark into his house.
Here's where it gets serious. You know how people like to censor things? Well, it was actually more censored by Pope Gelasius I, who reigned over Roman Church from 492-6 CE, banned this cheerfully scandalous festival and met with such an outcry that he had to apologize. In 496, the Feast of Lupercalia was changed to the Feast of St. Valentine, and instead of girls' names, the names of various saints were put into a box for people to draw out. Prayers would be offered to the saint you drew. We can only guess how widely popular the change was with young people. Oddly enough, the custom seems to have evaporated over the years. I wonder why.
Some randy people out there. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But that was, survival.
Yes.
I mean, you may have, and this sounds so wrong. I was great grandmother. I might put too many greats in there. Who had 19 kids. Now, she did have multiple births, so it wasn't 19 births, it was 19 kids. Whoa. But only 6 of them made it to adulthood.
Oh, my.
Whoa.
And see, infant mortality was much higher. And that isn't even as far back as we're talking. And infant mortality was bad for a long time.
My mother's mother, my grandmother. I guess that's easier. Anyways, sorry, my bad. Yeah, she had 19 miscarriages.
Oh,
19 miscarriages.
Oh my God, that's just devastating right there. My God,
miscarriages are horrible on your psyche and your body. And everything.
Oh my God.
I had one miscarriage and God, 6 years. 6 years. Yeah. It was hard. It was really hard.
Here's some more about what the Roman Church has done. It says the Roman Church was finally able to officially abolish Lupercalia, although its replacement was never quite as respectable as the church fathers might have hoped.
Yeah.
Lupercalia was definitely the social event of the season. However, the Greeks and Romans were not stingy with their festivals. A citizen who did not have to work for a living could spend the entire month preparing for holy days, celebrating them, or recovering from them. Here's a sampling of the Roman and Greek holidays for the month. It says January 31st to February the 2nd, Februaria was dedicated to Vesta, the Shining One, goddess of fire and the heart. February 2nd, the day of honoring Juno. February the 6th, festival of Aphrodite, Greek goddess of love, beauty. Oh,
She's my kind of a lady. Yeah.
And
now we're talking.
February 7th to the 9th, feast of the old Greek, Roman, and Slavic goddess Artemis, as the creator, midwife, and birthing creatures of all kinds. February the 12th, festival of Diana. We all know who she is. Good hunter right there. February the 14th, feast of Juno, queen of the heavens, great mother. February the 15th, festival of love for Aphrodite. February the 16th, celebration of Victoria, goddess of victory. So it's a lucky day for people who want to win at something. And, oh, here's something else. Very appropriate for what's going on at this time. So how about mark your calendars for February the 26th, day of Hygeia, goddess of health and healing. So, you know, the word hygiene comes from her. So there you go.
Hi, Mama.
Mama.
And so Jacob's demise says he has a sex headache. Not enough in his life, and I guess is that where these headaches are coming from? Too much or not enough?
Maybe.
I guess I'll find out at the MRI on the 12th, right? Okay.
Have a pie.
We're going on to the Celts and Imbolc. We're going further to the core of this kind of festival here, what we're really talking about.
This is what got us started.
Yes, the further north, the Celtic peoples mark the season in their own way. Imagine yourself in an Irish village. The solstice is past. The days are dreary. The memory of warmth seems like a fading dream, and the promise of spring is scarcely to be seen. It is then, late in January, as the wolf moon wanes and the chaste moon waxes to full, we begin to prepare for the Imbolc Sabbath. Many of the Celtic peoples were pastoral herders, marking their living from the flocks of the sheep. Naturally enough, their seasonal festivals reflected their livelihood. One of the major Celtic festivals was Imbolc, pronounced Imbolc or Imbolg, with a tiny hesitation or unstressed vowel after the L. It means in the belly, and refers typically to pregnancy of the sheep, and more broadly to the Mother Earth quickening with new life.
Lamb chops.
Not friendly to people who are lactose intolerant. Just to warn you.
Well, and that makes me wonder because with lactose intolerance, we kind of isn't that just cow's milk? Is that goat's milk too?
Any kind of milk, really.
Sheep's milk.
Well, and but almond milk is not actually milk.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to say it. Where do you find tits on an almond? I'm sorry, that came from the ranch. I freaking love that line. Tell me, where do you find the tits on an almond to get almond milk? Seriously.
Thank you, Evil. You have a good afternoon, and
Yes.
all.
Take care, Evil.
And give the nephew hugs.
Here's where it gets more interesting. And this is folk verse for the Isle of Man makes oblique reference to the abundant milk, calling the holiday White Bridget's Day. Milk was not simply for the lambs or a nice beverage for people to drink with their cookies, but an important part of the family's nourishment. Because it was precious, is worthy of the gods, so an offering of milk might be left out overnight, or poured out on the threshold or on the ground as a libation to thank the goddess and encourage still more bounty. So, leaving milk for Santa could be a derivative of that. So, that's something to ponder.
Yeah,
Hi,
because
Bob.
that is pretty, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Boggs is here. Boggs is here. Hello, Boggs.
Hello.
Yeah, to make almond milk is they swell up the almonds by hydrating them, and then they basically squeeze them until they're pulverized. I like coconut milk.
We cannot go without pudding here.
No, gotta have the pudding with the bananas. Banana pudding.
Ooh, banana pudding. Oh, God. That's so good.
It is.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes, we're talking about nut juice.
Nut juice. Oh, that came out wrong, huh?
I didn't do it. Honest, I didn't do it. All right. So if Mama's here, Josie's going to be here in a little bit. But yeah.
Oh God, Joker. Oh,
I just lost my whole train of thought. Thank you, Joker.
So yeah, there you go.
I think
running out of time, but here's something else that's interesting too, is that for the aspects of what the pagans celebrate of this holiday, what it represents is that it's all about that cross between winter and spring. It's that mid time. And also it was important to clear out your fields, and also blessing of the plow. Isn't that interesting right there?
Right, and that's the reason why Bridget is the one, and it reminds me, Bridget herself, she reminds me, as far as if you stretch out to like the Norse, would be Freya.
Yes.
Sacrifices and offerings would go to them for a beautiful bounty for the rest of the year to be able to get them through, the winters.
And they would go and celebrate the I'm going to use a word, somebody's going to get at me on this, but I'm going to use it anyway. The tribes would go and camp close to the wells.
Yes, and ask for her blessings.
And the women would go and ask for her blessings.
Yes. The wishing well. It's the wishing well.
Yeah.
You throw a quarter into the wishing well and you get a wish granted to you. Oh God, look at that.
And they would ask Bridget to bless the waters, and it was a very significant part of their life.
Yes.
That's why that the Scotland and Ireland both are scattered with wells to Bridget.
Yes,
they're all over the place. One of my favorite books, that's where it starts, is they're heading off to go and get the blessings of Bridget at the well, and that's where the book starts. It's in the girls. It's focused on two young girls, and they're in their 15th year at that time. And I thought that was a little silly that they actually made them older than they actually would have been at the time, but I guess it's because we modernized that type of thing in our heads.
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah.
I would have to say, but also today, from going from goddess to saint, and her saint aspect, Bridget was known to help birth Jesus Christ.
Yes.
To their lore. And she was also in charge of poetry and smithing, and also she was the goddess of combat and a great mother as well. And
she's in so many things.
Yeah, she was. Pretty much Jackie of all trades as far as her duties go. But also they made crosses for Bridget out of straw, and also corn dollies to commemorate that. And also she's so sacred that there is a church in Kildare, Ireland, where they have a sacred fire burnt in her honor, and they keep that fire burning, so it's quite close to the Vestal Virgins.
Mm-hmm.
So
Amateur animator.
yeah,
The rule of, isn't it 34?
oh, 34.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you found almonds with tits online. I'm just.
I don't know.
I'm looking at this image in my head. It's just not working for me.
No, we okay. So I went to the doctor's on Wednesday. Was that Wednesday or Tuesday?
Mhm.
Tuesday. It was Tuesday, and and on the way back, I caught Miltech, which is a Pokemon that looks like a pink cow with 4 jiggly tits.
Oh my. Oh
And my
my.
husband and I saw it as we came around the corner, and we're both going, "What the hell?"
It's bovine boobies.
Oh yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. And here's something else too about the holiday that we're celebrating is that it's time for letting go and releasing and melting away the ice, but also melting the cold that's in our hearts. And it's traditional to light all the candles in your house, and also have them specifically lit on your window. So
Sort of like
you can do that.
another candle moth.
Yes, and also praying for Bridget to bring in light and melting away all the bad things in your life. And also, this is the aspect for people who are slobby in any way. I'm not dissing or anything, but it was traditional to spring clean your whole entire house
Yes.
Where spring
during the
cleaning
day.
Mm-hmm.
And then during at night, they would have sweat lodges.
Mhm.
They would have these sweat lodges, and also on that time, and you would go through a spiritual purification, and it was the whole theme is cleansing and letting go, enjoying the milk that the gods provide, or God provides in that way, and being grateful for what you have as well. Grateful
Right.
and also welcoming the new light that is coming.
Mhm.
So it's a lot more significant, and it's something that we all need nowadays. There's too much cold in people's hearts. We need to light a candle and melt
Yes.
everything in the world.
Yes. Bridget, she is a fire deity, and that's very important, and that's the reason why that she is so prominent at this time, because we're coming out of the dark winter's cold, and we need to have that extra fire to be able to warm ourselves up. You know, it's fire purifies. It starts anew. I mean, look at such destruction, and I don't want to bring that up because it's kind of new in some, not new, but I mean, fresh, with some of the things that have been going on. But with the destruction, with the fire, there's always a birth of a new life and everything. And so it's not a bad thing. It just gets bad when it gets out of hand. But
that's one of the things that we forget when we talk about like the forest fires that happen out west and in other parts of the world. And I know that they've gotten rather out of hand, especially in Australia and the South Americans. But at the same time, that is one of the ways that the forest cleans itself.
Yes.
And brings it, back into, okay, we're burning away the trash, we're getting rid of all this, and actually pine cones open up and spread their seeds.
Yes.
With the heat, they have to have that heat. So there is a reason why there's that cycle. It's just we've tried to. A lot of it has gotten out of. A lot of it has
pretty much
out of hand. Yeah. a lot of it's gotten out of hand because we have taken so much of the forest away from the forest. I
Mhm.
said that right. I actually said that right.
Yes. Yes, we do. And also, if you want to celebrate it in your own way, honoring Bridget as the goddess or as, a simple saint, whichever, it does not matter. But a fun thing that they have done, and it's a nice little challenge for everybody to try, you can at least try it on TikTok, and I like to see this, is that, when you dance, you face each other,
Yes.
especially with couples. Instead, you have your backs facing each other, interlock your arms, and then try to dance together that way. And especially do it in a race.
Oh my.
Mm.
So I'm challenging everybody, give that a try and see what happens.
Oh my goodness, Joker.
Or if you're into other people, like you can interact it with 3 people and see what happens. Like one is going the other direction, the other one's going the other direction, third one's like, no, I'm going to go over here. And so I think that'd be fun to try.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is a lot of nuts are the seeds for trees, and they would open when the heat they automatically open when the heat comes from the fire, so that they can plant new. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about nuts spreading seeds. Thank you, Joker.
Thanks for corrupting that. Really, thank you. That's so much fun. So let it germinate, huh?
Yeah, let the spores go. But this is the first. There's so much that goes on in this first month of the year.
Yeah.
That some of it spreads into February, and we see so much come from February, including Mama, because Mama was born on the 28th, which is awfully close to that 29th day.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you're old enough to be a mama?
I don't know, maybe. But let's not question that. Anyway, so I'm challenging everybody, try that backwards dance.
I can't
and see what
imagine
happens.
doing
I would
that.
like to try that on TikTok. And also light a candle on your window.
Yeah.
Have that as your signal that we're adding warmth to the
I'm
world.
ready to romp. Oh wait, though
Yes.
that's not what it means.
Whichever.
That's red light.
Come
That's
on.
red light district with Dezombified.
Oh, no. Or hey, if you're daring, light a red candle and put that on your window. There you go.
Mm.
There you go. Give that a try.
Joker
But
doesn't
anyway.
dance.
And
Joker
also,
doesn't dance.
also, it's a time for spring cleaning, so clean your whole entire house, dust it out, get rid of all that stuff that's in your attic. This is the perfect time for that, especially
Or
during this,
time to do an
Thank you.
inventory of what you
Yeah.
have, and
especially in the state of the world. Yes,
Mhm.
spring cleaning is very precious.
and decide on what things you need to do in your life to make things easier.
Yeah,
I can
But-
think of a couple of things that could be done at this time to remind us. We tell people, when you spring forward, you need to check your batteries and your fire alarms and your
yeah, that can work.
Vibrators in your vibrators.
Oh,
and,
yes,
you know,
you don't
little
know.
things. Yeah.
Well,
You don't
you
know.
need to do those
But-
more often than once a year or twice a year.
Also, it's a time for quitting bad habits as well. So,
Yeah.
I want to bring in some feels here, right here. I've known somebody who had a really bad drug problem last year, and I brought up this holiday for him, and he officially made an announcement during our holiday celebration that he's quitting his drug habit.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
He stopped
That's a
taking.
big step.
He stopped
That's great.
taking. He's going to stop taking those legal medications and alcohol and things like that. So it's a nice, significant time for that to announce quitting something that's harmful to you, or if you're having a mental crisis, it's a time to let go and leave that behind. So very important for this time of the year, and it can be important to other people interpret it that way. So again, light that cleansing fire, enjoy that milk, clean out your house.
Take a walk. Take a walk in nature.
Take it. Well, kind of what I've been doing for the last month, other than not feeling good. For us that are YouTubers, take an inventory of our channels and see what we want to do in the next 6 months to a year. You know, I am trying to get into the habit of doing a annual review, and these are the goals, and then at 6 months say, okay, where are we at these goals? Do we need to adjust them or anything like that? And sharing those with my subscribers and those that watch my videos. And I am working on that video right now. But that's a good thing for us to do is, you know, have we gotten away from what we wanted to do on our channels? Do we need to readjust and come back in line? Are we finding that we're enjoying something more than we were enjoying before? Are we finding that something just isn't working with our personality? Or do we need new channel art? I've seen a lot of channels coming up with new channel art in the last month because they're updating their channel stuff. They're getting new art. They're getting new avatars. They're working, you know, with collabs with different people and trying to, you know, get all these things going at once. And it's kind of nice for us to be able to have this time to take inventory of our lives and of our world and reassess where we fit in everything.
Oh, I also have an art project challenge for everybody to try and see if anybody would like to do this. It's pretty easy to do. What you do is that you get a candle, or you get tiny little tea candles if you can't, and you get a bowl or a certain mold, and you fill it full of water, and then you have the candles inside the water, put it in your freezer. And then right on celebration night, light those candles and you can melt the ice. Or there's some that are daring enough to where they get a statue that's made out of ice, and you can make it look like somebody you don't like. That's a nice way to get rid of some stress. And they would melt it.
Dang.
Or that one. Or
my house would be flooded. I can't do that. My house would
put it outside. Put it outside.
That's true. I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah. So put it outside, or there's some that want to do it the manly way and rig it full of explosives and then just blow up the ice statue, or they do it with snowman outside to do it that way. It's like, okay, goodbye, winter.
Yes, Joker is having his original Harley come visit him all the way from Pennsylvania. PA, have you been holding her hostage?
I wonder.
He's going to be doing some videos with her, so we'll have to keep an eye on Joker Demise's
and on TikTok. There better be some TikToks coming out with that too. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I need to pictures of new Minecraft block every day. That's a great idea.
That is savage, animator.
Oh, that's a great idea, though.
That is
That
good.
dang old internet, man. You just go on there and point and click, get in there, talk about www.com, and you got then that naked chicks on there, man. You go click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Well said, Go Howard.
For a long time for a long time, Bridget has been one of my favorite.
She's
Celtic
my favorite.
goddesses.
I love her. I cosplay her. I love her. You know, the voodoo side, of course, but yeah.
If I had another daughter, her name would probably have been Bridget.
Oh.
So, no matter how you celebrate it, there's always some fun way. Get rid of some ice.
Yes.
Melt that ice.
Mhm.
Clean it all out.
Yes.
That sounded wrong. Mary would have called me the carpet on that. You want more horror honeys? Well,
Pelvic thrust.
So do an evaluation of your first month of the year. You know, how has it been? Have you been able to do what you wanted to get done this month, or do you need to recenter yourself some more?
It's 2021. We don't touch anything. You're not supposed to touch anything. Don't say anything. We're just observing.
Yes. Yeah, we're just observing right now.
Yeah.
And Bathsheba really has been knocking it. Bathsheba has been knocking it on the TikToks. I was sharing her TikToks with Kayla last night.
Did you really?
Oh. Because Kayla's now got a TikTok.
Mm-hmm. She did before, but she has a new account now.
I don't know if it's a new account, but she's got her rainbow hair on there now.
Yes. It's so awesome. It's awesome. I love it.
That's my little basket. and has anything happened that has improved your lives or made an improvement for those around you that has echoed over into your life? I know PA has got 2 videos out this now.
Oh, I gotta go see.
And
I've seen the second one yet.
Yeah, it's a story by Beautiful Nightmare.
Ooh.
It's really good too.
Hey, I have an idea. How about for our next show, we can ask that question. How was your festivities? How was it past the 2nd?
That would be cool. I would like to do that.
And also managing and see how they're dealing with something or if they let go of something, and it'll be a nice way of reflecting and saying, okay, everybody share with what you have done.
Yeah, we had talked about doing that this week, but then we decided that this was better.
Yeah, it's a lot closer anyway. So tell us, what did you do to celebrate? Did you do anything significant, anything important following the themes of this holiday? I think
I'm gonna go eat a pig. That's what I'm gonna do today.
How about having some, Candlemas themed art featuring us at the same time? That'll be a great thing to try. Cool. As a nice suggestion. So
fun.
Provide something for us, and we'll definitely present it.
And if you forgot that address, here it comes into the chat. I hope it's in the chat. Oh, nope, that's not it. Oops. You don't want that. Also, I'm sure you don't have any that you're putting out today, but I'm sure Bathsheba's got some coming up this week.
Probably, most likely. I've got a few new ones that are coming up today. Usually I do my TikToks today, but we've got other plans after the show. And so I have to postpone that for today. But there's always something.
Dame's always working on stuff. I mean, literally, the woman does not sit still.
No, I don't. I can't sit in one place for too long. It drive me nuts.
And Mary's getting better. At least we hope.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm hoping to get my butt in action. And actually have a video up this week. I hope. Dezombified, the writer's block party is going to be at 5:00 Eastern. Our guest is in Murdoch. And if you haven't heard of him, he's written several stories for the likes of The Dark Narrator, Chronopasta, As the Raven Dreams, Fightmare, Nerdcore Creep, just to name a few.
Nice.
So yes, we will see you all in PA Nightmare. We'll see you all in an hour, and Dezombified will be here, and we will have to thank Dezombified for letting us have this time.
Yes.
And thank the Z Horde and our new listeners, and even the lurkers.
Yes.
Who are running around here. Thank you very much for being here. We love you. We'll see you next week at 3:00 on Saturday. And bittersweet dreams.
Bittersweet dreams.
Love you.
Love you.
Light a candle in your heart.
Been in your home. Been in your window.
Hehehehe